Welcome back to another exciting session on Spring Framework. Today, we'll dive into the world of bin scopes in Spring MVC applications. Ever wondered how bins are created and managed in different contexts? Let's explore this concept step by step. Here's a common question to get us started. In a typical Spring MVC application, which bin scope ensures that a new instance is created for each HTTP request? Let's break this down and explore the options to determine the correct answer. First, let's talk about the Singleton scope. A Singleton scoped bin is created only once per Spring container. It's shared across the entire application and reused for all requests. While this makes it highly efficient for shared resources, it's not suitable for handling request-specific data. So, this option doesn't fit our requirement. Next, we have the prototype scope. Here, a new bin instance is created every time it is requested. However, this scope is not tied to HTTP requests specifically. It's more suitable for scenarios where you need a fresh instance of a bin each time it's injected or looked up. While useful in certain cases, it's not the right answer for our question. Now, let's talk about the request scope. This is where things get interesting. A bin with request scope is created anew for each HTTP request. This means a new instance of the bin is created for every incoming HTTP request, and it's valid only for the duration of that request. This scope is perfect for handling request-specific data, like user input or temporary processing information. It ensures complete isolation between requests, making it ideal for our scenario. Finally, let's discuss the session scope. A session-scoped bin is created once per HTTP session and is shared across multiple requests within that session. While this scope is great for maintaining state across requests in a session, it doesn't create a new bin for each HTTP request. Therefore, it doesn't meet the requirements of our question. So, the correct answer is request scope. This scope ensures that a new bin instance is created for each HTTP request, making it the perfect choice for handling request-specific data in a Spring MVC application. Now that we've identified the correct scope, let's quickly recap why understanding bin scopes is so important for Spring MVC applications. 1. Data integrity. Each request works with its own isolated bin instance, preventing data conflicts. 2. Performance optimization. The right scope avoids unnecessary bin creation, improving efficiency. 3. Code maintainability. Clearly defining bin scopes makes your code easier to understand and manage. Let's see how the request scope works in action. 1. A user submits a form with input data. 2. A request scoped bin handles the data for processing and validation. 3. The controller interacts with the bin to process the request. This ensures that each user's data is handled independently, without interference from other requests. Here are the key takeaways from today's session. 1. Use request scope for handling request-specific data. 2. Understand when to use other scopes like Singleton, Prototype, and Session for different use cases. 3. Experiment with these scopes in your Spring MVC projects to gain practical experience. Thanks for joining me on this journey through Spring MVC bin scopes. I hope this session clarified how each scope works and when to use them. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your peers. See you in the next video.